So one of the things I can't stress enough when it comes to managing your private and public key is to where to put your private key so that you don't lose it. Remember that if you lose access to your private key by either putting it on a system you can't access anymore or forgetting the password, there's nothing we can do. You will have to create a new public-private key pair, and the administrator of the systems that you're working with will actually have to update and their corresponding public keys then manually. So it's a good idea, especially if you're in class and need to follow along, to have the private key accessible to you at all times. And the easiest way to actually achieve that, remember that your private key actually is encrypted with a passphrase you pick. If it has been created by a system administrator for you, the passphrase will be your student ID, and you're welcome to keep using that or change it. But the easiest way to actually keep the key accessible at all times is to actually email it to you. This is depending on your level of paranoia, you may or may not want to do this. However, for classwork, I would consider this a low security application. So you'll be just fine emailing the key to yourself. That way you can always access it by just logging into your email server. Another good idea, of course, is to put it on a thumb drive that you carry with you at all times. And it never hurts to have the key copied in a couple of places. It will certainly also, if you have a personal machine, reside in your personal machine. So those are three places already that you can put it: your personal machine, then your email, and then third option is your thumb drive that you carry with you. And that should protect you against key loss quite a bit. And then, of course, forgetting the passphrase to the key is the next problem, which you can reasonably securely solve by using a password manager, which you should be using anyways, and then put just the passphrase to that private key in your password manager. As far as the public key goes, you can disseminate this as widely as you want. You can put it, for instance, on your website. If you create a GitHub account, you certainly would want to upload this to the appropriate GitHub page, and we'll talk about that in another video. And you will give it to any of the system administrators that you will have to get remote access to, and they will take care of that for you. There are two different versions of the key you just have created, either one in OpenSSH or PuTTY format, and these formats are fairly easily convertible into each other, and your system administrator will know how to properly do this. If you have been given a key by our system administrator, aka myself, you will already have gotten your private and public keys in all suitable formats, OpenSSH or PuTTY by themselves, so you're good to go.